Set on up. Looks like everything is booting up quite nicely. Give me a moment to activate the live chat window. And looks like everything is good to go. Give me a moment to check my other computer. And looks like that's all good to go as well. So let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the blue Mongols got a clumsy goldfish. Spawn on south side as the green English got Antoxa? No idea how to pronounce that. My apologies. Golden horde. A clumsy golden horde fish. Yes, let's go with that. Yeah, that's enough bit of stupidity. When it comes to this map generation, of course this map is filled with a bunch of gold deposits. Go ahead and take a look at the mini-map to get a loose idea where everything is. Other notable aspects, green does have a relatively safe gold deposit, though it does have a bit of distance, so this could be a good spot for Kedrix and Magudai. English, of course, have access to early man-at-arms, as well as Vanguard man-at-arms. I would say early man-at-arms are some of the best units in the entire game. Early stable. This could be for a number of things. Going to just wait and see. And the English player's grabbing. Wait. Okay, there's the Abbey Kings. I was wondering, he's collecting stone right now? I was not paying attention to how much resources up there. And he is aging up to the Abbey Kings. His opponent is going for some early horsemen. Our early horsemen are actually going to be useful this game. The last time I deployed our early horsemen is when they had only one range armor rather than two. The English town center does have 2 arrows, which is very important in this early game. Early horsemen. Okay, that was a horrible pun. Nakan is not here to spot for them. And this is the radius there. Early horsemen have only 8 damage, so they don't have good damage whatsoever. Does avoid it. He can start torching down these structures, try to get a bit of raid going. The Mongol player has enough resources to age up. Going for the deer stones, so we'll give him access to the Khan's hunters. He is fighting against English, which means longbowmen. Longbowmen will be particularly effective versus Magdai, who already have horrible range. Though the Khan's hunters could help him even out the range with his foot archers. Though they'll still be a bit behind. Not a bit behind. The early horseman will find the stone collectors. He needs, what, 350 to get out another town center. Right now he has 234, so he is denying the secondary town center, but at least the stone can be used for, say, arrow slits. The Abbey King is still being blown in the field. The King himself should be an excellent way to stop these early horsemen. Though he may lose the mining camp, which would be a minor loss. The mining camp is dirt cheap, costing only 50 resources. The raid will give him 50 resources back in food and gold. The Yalm network from Deerstone should be particularly useful as well. Hard to say how this game will exactly go. The early horsemen, like even in this case, were not very useful. Decides to go straight for the villager there. That little bit extra damage that the Khan could help him make it a bit more divisible with the early horseman's low damage. The king does take a moment to be built, and a moment is defined as 47 seconds. Starting to repair it up now. We'll take a bit of damage there. Does force him back. Took a fair amount of volley fire there. One thing I really wish is raid tactics sort of be changed. Maybe it would be a bit more balanced if it was the resource on torch throw. Ooh, Khan gets thrown away. And these sheep will be donated to his opponent. I think Mongols do need a bit of a rework on multiple things, particularly the improved research. After all, minis improved research you don't even touch, you don't even think about. Well, some of them are quite nice. I think the early improved research and the raid system just needs a full drastic rework. Now I've got a pair of Keshiks on the field. Maybe a good idea to get out early Blacksmith in order to get out some early range upgrades. Single Spearman there. It is a hardened Spearman. Remember as well, the English do not have access to Dark Age Spearmen. They only have access to Feudal Age Spearmen. So he did save a tiny bit of resources there. Keshik gets a nice charge attack there. Horsemen are pretty wounded. They're only meant to be torch carriers at this point in time to raid structures. He has not repaired the full mining camp there. He just needs a little bit more stone, and then he should soon have enough for the town center. Very nice. He is a bit low in food. He has at least a couple villagers queued on up. And dealing the mining camp, as long as the Mongol player gets 1 point of damage, the raid bounty will be given. So you can't just simply delete it. The deer stone is going here, which will provide the Yam network. Do you have now the regular horseman upgrade? Could try to take time to torch down this house. Both the mining camp and the house have the same amount of health. He will spot the secondary town center, but got a spearman and it's almost fully built. I say don't go for it. He's not going to get it. The single spearman is going to cause issues. You'll be lucky if he gets one villager, and not to mention the secondary town is being built, so picking off one villager won't be too important. The Mongol player, the trade post is way over here, so the Mongol player could eye for a bit of trade. Granted, this map has plenty of gold. It'll just simply be another way to get civilians on the field, and traders, especially the Mongol traders when they're fully ramped up the Silk Road level 2 or level 3, will get they will be more injury effective than a single villager. He does pick off those early or regular horsemen, which is important because they're actually useful torch throwers. Now his siege damage reduced by 100% or 50%. Got a pair of Magadai on the field, and we've also got a Khan's Hunter now being put on the field. That could be a ×2 Khan's Hunter. The King's over here. The Khan does take a bit of damage there. The Magadai may just want to be in a whole ground stance. And there's a raid there. With nearby Yam network, these Keshiks move almost as fast as horsemen. Magadai almost moves as fast as well. And we've also got another ×2 Keshik here. So we've got a decent cavalry force right now. You may want to eye superior mobility, going for another ×2 or another singular Keshik or Magadai. There are 5 villagers there. This should be enough force to break on through the outpost. But Spear will cause some issues, so the outpost needs to focus on the Magadais. Here's the radius of Deerstone. Up north, there's the King. Got multiple outposts there. The King only has 2 range, or 2 armor, which is not a lot. And if this outpost gets upgraded to Arrow Slit, then these Magadai have no chance of trying to outrange and try to pick off the villagers from range. Where's the Khan's Hunter? There's the Khan's Hunter. Bit of damage there. Yep, looks like the English player, he's pretty locked down. That's sort of the problem with Mongols. They just can't raid. Keshiks are deceivingly squishy. In comparison to horsemen who have 125 health, Keshiks only have 145 health. While they do have 3 armor, which is nice, they're not real nice. They can't take a hit. Now I got some longbowmen being employed in the field. Very nice. The Mongol player want to hold off and maybe eye for an age up. He's going for another ×2 Magadai. Does find a single villager there. Very nice. And the scouting falcon does allow him to see past the trees or the forest. Couple hits there from the Magidai, couple volleys into the Khan's Hunter. Right now the Magidai do have a bit more reasonable 4.5 range. Oh, there's the King. The King will go down. He could probably activate Speed Arrow to help us soon better, and he does back himself up to the corner. The King is dead, does focus on the Khan's Hunter, very nice. Another Khan's Hunter is on the field. Against the Longbowmen, Horsemen will do better than the Keshiks. Horsemen actually have a higher cost effectiveness versus archers when fighting against them. And their health is just only slightly less, and they still have a reasonable amount of range armor. So against Longbowmen, it's better to go for Horsemen than for Keshiks. Granted, against Spearmen, you can better go for Keshiks, but you should probably avoid having Keshiks go to Spearmen either way. Keshiks are, in my opinion, they need a bit of a rework. The high DPS really does not help out the Mongols. Or a unit. In fact, they actually do horrible versus man-at-arms compared to regular knights. By the way, good number Longbowmen there. Does hit that Magidai quite significantly. The Deer Stones here providing some excellent mobility, but of course got the network of castles here. We are seeing a pair of trade posts here, very nice. At least try to get a minimum of 15 on the field with that Silk Road Tier 3, make them excellent. Oh, got some villagers here getting picked off, and there's no escort here, so he's going to be breaking open the outpost. He may be able to kill off a good number of villagers. The spearmen are engaging. These are a large number of longbowmen, which can punch the armor quite nicely, but they will have a bit of trouble versus the Keshiks and horsemen. They're okay in this situation with a +1 base damage. No additional base damage being thrown out, and his opponent has +1 range armor, so they're a little bit more resilient. Does kill off a second villager, does get a bit of raid bounty, does save outpost. More Keshiks, more Khan's Hunter, more Magidai. English player may want to... Oh, does have a blacksmith field, going for +1 range damage. That's very good. +1 range armor versus Magidai is important. But I think his next upgrade could be for a siege siege engineers to batter down the Deerstone. Looks like we got Silk Road Tier 2. No, we may actually have to see Silk Road Tier 3. Just 11 total at the moment. Another king on the build queue. And a spearman looks like will be focused down. Did spear brace one of the horsemen. Another horseman does go down there. I do think the Mongol player should try aging up to get a tech advantage. And plus, if he somehow manages to rush out a... what's it called? A Cognitive Palace, it will give him excellent value in some very powerful units. Mongols H2 is not great, but they do get some benefits in H3, such as the Step Lancers upgrade. Keshiks and Horsemen trying to gauge those longbowmen, only a handful of spearmen on the field, so they're being whittled down by the Magidai. And since the spearmen away, does do a soul charge in there. Does take a spearman, did lose a sniff on his force. He no longer has enough horsemen and Keshiks to engage longbowmen. He is going for many more Keshiks. Another scouting falcon there. Only a handful of spearmen. Does use the arrow. Increase attack speed of his Magidai. But I don't think, yeah, he does not have access to the, what's it called, Whistling Arrow upgrade just yet. That is more or less a mentor upgrade. That's an upgrade he should eye a bit sooner. It is an immensely powerful upgrade, and I really wish Mongol players go for that upgrade much, much sooner. Of course, you do need an army to actually support it first, though. But this is probably the point where I would say go for it. Faster HF will also give him the defense arrow combined with the whistling arrow upgrade with a tech advantage could be very immense, because 12 seconds, if you get the improved whistling arrow, of +2/+2 armor would make his units basically bulletproof and resilient to spearmen. There's a large number of longbowmen. Regular horsemen in this case would be far superior, far more cost effective. And I'll say 2 horsemen would be far more resilient than 1 Keshic on dealing with spearmen, as well as longbowmen. Got 4 cons under there, maybe a little bit heavy there, but extras never hurt. We got, of course, a couple outposts here. 1 upgraded arrow slit. Green will not be able to punch this easily, or really at all. It does get a nice flank here. Green is now trapped on the berry bushes. Green has to stand and fight. Magadai are focused on the spearmen. Very, very good. A lot of the horsemen and Keshics now engaged in melee. And there's the arrow there. I think these archers may have been out of range. Good number of the Magadai are being focused on by the longbone, which is very good, but everything else just it needs to be a full route. Spearman charging way forward, just hold back his opponent. Longbone just needs to keep on running rather than trying to stutter step away or just stand and fight. Because right now he's going to lose all his forces. He could have saved a little bit more if he were to just continue running and abandon the spearmen. Keshik's now engaging, no spear brace. Could have got a pretty good impalement there. And longbowmen are slow, so they don't keep pace with the spearmen, which means it's somewhat easy for the Magadai to outpace the forces there in order to pick up only the spearmen while not getting hit. Got a bit of damage there. How many traders do we see? We do have 23 traders, so he has full Silk Road benefits. Probably maybe don't go past 30 traders for the time frame, as that would be a little bit too heavy in gold. He probably needs to start focusing on getting more villagers on wood and food. How's his pastures coming along? Still using resources from the field, so he needs to probably start storing up wood to get out more pastures. Or any pastures. He is going to have some venison on the field. Do we see? Yep, we do have the outpost as well, so his trade is in full effect. Magadai here will be picked off. And we've got a handful of catches here, but Green is paying enough attention. He's starting to get his farming economy going. The Mongol player's doing a good job of grabbing food from the field. He could start eyeing for basic improved technology for the economics. It looks like his OVO is depleted. He has 180 stone to work with, which is enough for them. Oh, he has the improved whistling arrows. He can get the improved whistling arrows, but he has basic whistling arrows, which is very important. And the Magadai gets focused down there pretty hard. Exotic Doggo still causing some issues. We got 22 or 23 spearmen, 22 longbowmen. So regular archers may be a good item to help mix on in at the moment. Long player has enough gold, almost enough gold to age on up. The English player has as well. I don't know if that's going to go good for the Mongol player. He may have a larger army value. Army is far smaller, but higher quality. But Keshiks are just deceptive. Does take up a good amount of those units there. And Blue's trying to fall on back. Deerstone still exists here. He could try migrating it back home. So the Exotic Doggo. Oh, Green could have kept on attacking the Spearman. That was a misclick there. Magadai getting some good hits there on the Spearman, but overall the Mongol player is seeing a bit of losses there. More Magadai there. He needs to rally just his forces just back at home. Don't send him forward. Kurultai now being established. Doesn't necessarily need to step her down with all the traders on the field. And there's a lot of gold in the field, just simply to improve his gold collection rate. But this game probably will not enter the point where there's no gold left on the map. If it does, something gone very wrong or very right. Oh boy, he needs to just know the arrows on cooldown. He could abandon the Magidai. Magidai are slow in the formation. Right now he needs mana arms. He has aged up. Some Mongolian mana arms would be very useful right now. The English players are to age up as well. Could go with the White Tower to protect right here. That's probably best. Doesn't necessarily need the Palace of Kings for additional villager cube, but I think the White Tower right here would be very nice as a defensive emplacement. Got the veteran Keshik, veteran archers, a pair of spring gold emplacements somewhere. Many outposts going over here. A lot of outposts. Oh, he is going to the King's Palace. I very much disagree with that. He has 95 villagers. He's getting pretty close, but he just simply doesn't need anymore. And plus, he already has 2 town centers. Yeah, King's Palace I disagree with. White Tower. Looks like Green will spot the Boomba being collected there, and this area is blocked off. Oh. Now that's a path. This is the path that your grandparents say they walk to school every day. I love it. These stamper actions. Oh, they're just getting hit there. They do get inside the tower. Zogdoggo here. Oh, there's a lack of outpost here for the Yam network. Green's force got mixed up. Longbowmen are in the mix of everything. Veteran Keshiks engaged in the hardened spearmen, so the Keshiks have a far higher quality to them to help out with him. He does not have the Step Lancer upgrade. And some of these traders are being a bit stupid, looks like. Oh no, some are actually heading down south. No. It looks like both trade posts are going to be interrupted. Up north, there's a number of forces there. Keshiks gained the force there. Since he has the attack advantage, he has a pretty good, powerful defense here. The Khan has gone down. Up north, we got a number of spearmans. These are regular archers, exactly what we need, and there are veteran archers. The veteran spearman is almost complete, and the veteran longbowman just got complete as well. Keshiks have gone through here, but got an outpost. How many traders do we have? 37. Good amount. And he's now down to 98, 97 versus 111. Green's getting a lot of forward infrastructure here. This is probably a good time to transition to siege and improve siege engineers with Mangonels and Spring Golds for blue. Green, he sees the mass cavalry, so mass spearmen is still the way to go. He's not producing enough of them. Early mana arms been put on the field, so he could get armor-clad mana arms this age, which is up to 8 armor. Magidai will just basically do no damage to them. They generally do no damage to them either way. So if the English player goes for too many mana arms, Crosswind would be a good counter. But the problem is, well, Keshiks, since they have low damage, high attack speed. 20 damage with 8 armor against man arms, which means they'll only do 12 damage per strike. That's actually not really good. Particularly versus the cost between the two. They have roughly the same attack speed before the Step Lancer upgrade. Let's just combine with network castles. And it looks like a good number of these units are starting to go on down. Oh, he hit the wrong button there. That's a bit of a problem. But right now, the Mongol player is just having cavalry everywhere. It's just causing issues for the English player. Number of archers there. The Kurultai will give him good defensive placement there. There's a shaman. Pick up a relic. Green has claimed a relic. 2 relics down here, pretty close by each other. That one was picked up for a brief moment, looks like. But if the English player goes for mass man-arms, then the Mongol player should go for Springalds. Now, I've seen actually Springalds doing okay versus archers, not necessarily versus longbowmen, but it could be possible use against them as well. Armor-clad upgrade on the way for the English player. The Mongol English player has probably quite a bit of wood sword up. The Mongol player is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Number of regular archers in the field. Tide 4 deployed here. This will help him punch through the armor of the man-at-arms far more effectively. He also has a handful of crossbowmen. No siege engineers, let alone improved siege engineers. With the amount of man-at-arms being put on the field, it'd probably be a good idea to start eyeing for the melee armor upgrades, which he is trying to go for them. English player is a little bit late with a +2 range armor. Something should have gone for much earlier for the amount of archers and Magidai on the field. Somebody's going to need to fall back. Archers can continue engaging. The Prototype's aura reaches out to here. Looks like all of these outposts are fully garrisoned, providing some fire support against the Keshiks. Spearmen now being connected with the Keshiks. Could call long bowman here. Bit of health regen now being activated. Good, very good charge attack into some of the English villagers. Still lacking siege engineers. And improved. Oh, we got a forward siege workshop there. 2 of them. Some traction trebuchets could be a good way to help deal with all this. Gold is being seized quite nicely. English players going for more stone walls up here. And this pile of trees could make it easy enough to start putting another walls forward like that. Maybe some stone walls. The king is alive. The king is dead. Man-at-arms pushing forward. Spearmen starting to connect as well. Archers and crossbowmen starting to get connected by the spearmen. Keshiks now charging way forward, allowing the spearmen to do melee attacks, so they're a bit more vulnerable to the actual charge of the Keshiks. You've got the defense arrow there with improved whistling arrow. Now it's 10 seconds of 2-2 armor, an excellent amount of armor there. Those are trying to ban the gold mine now. Still 5,000 gold left there. Each player says a pile of stone or wood. I'm curious how many pastures the Mongol has. I could probably just click on one of these villagers. He currently has 13 pastures. With the level 2 economic upgrade, I would say he can support up to approximately 30 villagers. A little bit more, but not too much more. Column size is being quite nice in improving these range of these archers up to 5.75, so only slightly less now the longbows of 7. Yeah, it's still a bit less, but still. Springall being pulled in the field, very nice. Springalls, Mangonels, both will be excellent. Traction trebuchets, I quite understand. Battery ramps would be quite nice as well, since it's mostly just a range force here as well. So any siege weapon I can understand. Got some veteran horse. Oh no, still just regular horsemen. We've got Monistic Shrine just got researched, I believe, so now maybe he has some better pasture production. Stone is being collected from an Ovo. Where that is, I'm not sure. Now we've got military academies being researched. In order to make military academies worth it, you need at least 7 production structures before it becomes cost even. It actually is quite high. Don't go for this research immediately. Wait until you have enough production structures and you're actively using them before you actually do need it. English player is going for a large round of spearmen and some longbowmen. Here's the Ovo. The amount of infrastructure up here, it could warrant the raid bounties, improved raid bounties, if once he's planning to siege into it. Number of these traders going down. Archers. Right now, the Mongol player is sort of splitting his focus. He's also rapidly seeing on this wood. He needs another gear. Don't bother trying to reposition it. The gears need a massive quality of life improvement. A number of these forces here. He could start raiding down some farms and get... Oh, Cognitive Palace has been put on the field. Very nice. I put a bit more value in the Cognitive than the White Stupa because the value you get is actually quite immense. Monistic Shrine, so... Yep. Maybe try to move on some of these patches to redeploy the shrine there. Just Longbowman there. Pearl Tie still providing some good capabilities. The Deer Stone still exists and can drive out of here. So a Deer Stone up here would get in the Yam network, which would be quite nice. He has gone for this bit of trade here since this one's being interrupted. Not a great trade path, but it's usable. There's Age Up. First thing for the Cognitive Palace is Elite Palace Guard, which is actually not a bad selection. Some extra heavy infantry. Elite Cash checks now being researched. A pair of cannon placements as well. He's going for cannon placements. You may want to get the Pax Mongolianica, or however you pronounce that. Prototype has been deployed back here. Does not improve the damage of the outposts. Only units, which includes siege units. English player has almost enough reach to age on up. Some Keshks here that can focus on the crossbow and be just fine. Berkshire Palace being established in the center. Provide some good fire support. Traction trebuchets would be a very nice help to deal with it. Longbowman heading down south. Next weapons he has at one Hui Hui Pao, which apparently only takes 2 population. These things are pretty nice right now. He needs Hui Hui Paos against Berkshire Palace. He's getting a second one as well. He of course has access to Step Lancers. If it's stone, he could try going for improved Step Lancers. But he doesn't have enough stone for it at the moment. Going for another town center here. Berkshire Palace hitting the Spring Golem placement. Elite Kashyyyks now on the field. Enclosures, Elite Longbowman, Elite Crossbowman, Elite Spearman for the English player. Just a round of Palace Guards somewhere. I wonder if they're still gathered around the Cognitive Palace. Nope, there's a sheep there though. Longbowman slowly shooting at the Deer Stone. I wonder if there's stone commerce research just yet. Nope. You can research it. Never go for improved stone commerce. It takes you quite a bit of time in order to get that paid for itself. He's pressing some more forces up here. Just a single arrow slit. Okay, no traders here. A handful of these Kashyyyks headed down south. Some villagers sneak inside the town center. Nope, that one got double killed. Hui Pao's now advancing, trying to siege down the Berkshire Palace. Does still need a bit of escort there. Trying to fall back now. Next scene from the Weekly Pal looks, or from the Cognitive Palace, looks like it's Elite Kashyyyks or Magadai. Notice up those units there. Oh, good number of those traders did go down there. Rain's taking out a good number of those traders. These spearmen just in the back line just causing issues. Yeah, at this point in time, he may want to get the improved Yam network, just get them some health regen. Oh, there's Palace Guards. That should be a good item. Just to deal with that one crossbowman. They're in general move order, not attack move order. We pals now engaging. Berkshire Palace is now set ablaze. Incendiaries for the English player. We do have biology research for the Mongol player, but not improved biology just yet. Berkshire Palace now set ablaze. Still got Spear in the back line, causing issues. The English player has too many civilians, while the Blue has not enough civilians at the moment. Blue is lacking a bit of all resources. More horsemen, more spearmen over here. Looks like the English players are just going to be raiding the trade. Got many outposts going on up here. Mostly upgraded Springalds. It looks like a bit too many Collins Hunters. There are 7 Collins Hunters there. Horsemen engaged in the Hui Pals. The Berkshire Palace has gone down. Blue's just going to be leading assault. Got quite a bit of damage on the Elite Magadai. I wonder if he has a Shield of Bow Limbs. We are seeing the Stone Commerce and the additional torches. The additional torches can really help on the raid. Hopefully there's a raid bounty upgrade as well. More horsemen, more spearmen advancing. Those are some of the Magadai getting distracted on some of these various structures. Some battery rams will help them go through all these structures as well. Dirt cheap, one population. What more do you need? And we do have now the advanced gold upgrade, plus 50% drop off, which is an excellent upgrade for gold. We do have now Silk Bowstrings getting his mounted archers additional plus 0.8. Oh, got some warrior priests here. Warrior monks, not warrior priests. Amount of damage there. If you just throw a scouting falcons, we will be able to pass hit some of these villagers. Earstone still exists. Now the Mongol player is a little bit everywhere. What he could do is take his Magadai and start raking the farming line. That's something I like to do. Crossbowmen and longbowmen now firing away, getting these forces slowly whittling down. But you also got these villagers throwing out arrows themselves. They may look like they have their axe, but there are firing arrows. Oh, Palace Guard managed to find some villagers as well. More outposts. Still got more of this infrastructure being torched on down. Oh, one Hui Pals in the field. Not too many Magadai on the field, but they do 14 damage. The villagers do have textiles. Yep, looks like he's starting to get more damage. They're up to 16. Must got the sheer bow limbs recently. We do now have the improved raid bounties. Very nice. That will definitely pay for itself pretty quickly. Maybe stone bounties as well could be very nice. Looks like those villagers got too close to this keep. English player is now down to 85 villagers. Looks like Blue's done a good number against English player. He has plenty of gold at the moment. He needs a bit more food. Which is usually backwards for an English player. Mongol player has a nice mix of resources, but not a massive stockpile. Bit of stockpile of stone, which could be very nice for some of your improved research. Try and torch down the keep there. Has 6 fire armor, but with additional torches, he has 24 fire damage, fire damage. Magadai needs to start raking those villagers. The keep has been set ablaze. Got Green's reinforcements are now advancing. Villagers are trying to escape, but looking trapped by all the various units. The Magadais do a good job of picking them off. Holding on back, still a pair of outposts here, unupgraded. More Keshiks been reinforced. He has 8 warrior monks on the field. And the monk player does manage to steal 4 relics on the map. Does he have Tithe Barn? Yes, he does. Improved Tithe Barns is probably not going to be very useful. Plus 5 stone will take you forever just to get that recovered. Oh, looks like some of these villagers here. This guy's a smart one, though the Magadais can still pick him off. And we've got the warrior monks here, so they're providing the Saint's blessing to this entire formation. Getting additional up to 18 damage per arrow. No battery entry yet for the Mongol player. Improved siege engineers with improved lightweight beam construction can make it so a handful of man-at-arms spearmen over here can just start infesting opponents' base with battering rams. It's a very powerful technique. One thing I love to do as Mongols is with improved lightweight construction beams, the battering ram upgrade, you can just simply try to, in a big fight, peel off a handful of your melee infantry units off the side, and you can just start building battering rams inside your opponent's base. And during a big engagement, just simply move them into your opponent's base, and it'll do a fair amount of damage. And plus, with all the economic raid upgrades, it will start generating a bit of a profit as well. I think the Ovo has been rebuilt, but where, I'm not sure. He is going for siege engineers, just regular siege engineers, serpentine gunpowder as well. Those are going for some gunpowder. I think spring galls would be best right now with maybe some mangonels. Got a pair of Hui pals. Good number of Keshiks on the build queue, that's for sure. He has plenty of gold, so he can be more high population efficient than going for the more effective unit of the horseman, more cost effective unit. And we do have these forces starting to group on up. Now the Mongol player has an adequate number of civilians going for the Pax Molonica. Give all of his outposts a bit of fire armor, a bit of health. Not great, but decent amount. Let's see Ovo here. He's going for the improved stone bounty now. Very nice. Nessa B is fired against the man-at-arms. At least Nessa B is a bit more generous. And it's also empowered by the Curl Tie, giving plus % damage. The defense arrow has been summoned there as well. Very nice. The man-at-arms being bulky enough to withstand the Keshiks. The Blue's arm is getting disintegrated pretty quickly there. Keshiks can't break through man-at-arms line very effectively. Your opponent, you have to be a bit more, have a bit more of a counter unit. Keshiks are not Royal Knights. They are far inferior to them. More Magadai being deployed in the field. A number of these defensive placements is helping out Blue quite a bit. He does save the weak pals. Next round from the Cognate Palace looks like it's another nest of bees, so that's very nice there. Oh, looks like Curl Tie taking a bit of damage. Remember when he packed up no range armor. Yeah, he has a villager nearby. Task the villager to start repairing the Curl Tie. Maybe just one, but still be better than none. He's probably doing quite well with his crossbowing. Handful of longbow. As long as the longbow and microwave to hit the Magadai, that's probably be good. Horseman will generally be pretty good. The beefy enough front line, not to mention have those bonus efforts for the Magadais. And his opponent does not have a proper counter to the men at arms. Looks like Blue's just going to eye for a counterattack. If he's able to break through this wall, then the Magadais can just simply rake the farming line, taking them all out in one run. There's also a hole there. Looks like Blue's getting a good stockpile of sheeple. And Blue also has 10,000 gold. So probably shouldn't make not to replace too many traders. But speaking about stuff that needs to be replaced, Green's losing a good number of villagers, but he can probably cut this number a little bit there to field a larger army. Though his food generation is not super high at the moment. Green is pushing over here. Blue's reinforcements are starting to push way forward. Got some cannon placements trying to go on up. Oh, yep. That's a good number of pastures. 21. That can easily support 42 villagers, at least. You could also start eyeing some of the improved economic research. The improved one does provide additional 7.5 rather than additional 5%. So it is quite nice. At least get the basic ones for each. Bombard will go down there. Green's reinforcements here. Horseman and Magadai trying to push way forward. There's the bombard there. Green's trying to go for a network of citadels, a chain of towers. Probably the message Condor. More catches and Magadai being summoned. Right now the Mongol player is running low on food, so siege weapons could be a good way to help supplement his force. Another outpost going up. Maybe he should start rallying the sheep on the far side of town center. It'd be safer back here. Magadai doing some drive-bys against these horsemen who are charging way forward. A number of outposts here for defense, but not really upgraded. Green's not pushing over here. None of those villagers will be going on down. That could allow him to field a larger army. He does not have enough production queues going, so he needs to get this production queue going so he can start fielding a larger army. Because right now he's not maxing out again. And he's probably going for mass horsemen. The Mongol horseman can simply just be straight up better thanks to the improved biology if he has that resource. Last time I checked, he does not. Still doesn't appear he does not have it. Another horseman there, going for some more markets. War and cannon placements just slowly whittling down his opponent. There's the Khan. The Khan does have really good damage right now at 42 damage. Yeah, the Khan's damage goes like 2 damage to Dark Age, 3 damage in not Archaic. feudal, 6 damage in castle, then like then 24 in elite. So he does get a sizable power spike in imperial. You could activate the range armor, defense armor here, because might as well just let these Keshiks take a bit more abuse. Ovo's been completed once again. He has also plenty of gold, so he could start buying some food if he needs to. The Khan does go down. Over here, looks like Green's hard to persuade forward. Pax Galonica is not great, just okay. +3 firearm is not too significant. Reduces the torch range from 21 down to 18. And of course, gives them a little bit extra health to work with. Khan's Hunter's pushing this way. That's not great pathing for them. Bombarder be going down. Mongol player is pretty much out of wood at the moment. Probably solar relying on his Silk Road. It's going to start torching down the cannon placement. And these forces just slowly attack, moving the way forward. Now got a number of these forces now in the back line, trying to hit some more of the English villagers. Of course, it does have 3 sources of villager queues: the King's Palace, the capital, and a town center. And the Magadai doing a great job at hitting all those villagers that you start running by. English players going for more horsemen. And the Mongol players starting to mix in some spearmen. That's not a bad idea to help deal with the horsemen. But he is, like I said, running a little bit low on wood. Apologies. Oh, got some warrior monks here. And some Rus Knights. These Rus Knights can be the best cavalry in the game. Or one of the best. They have the pole axe upgrade. And of course they get access to improved biology. And they have access to Boyar's Fortitude. Right now, I don't know if he has access to the improved biology. No, he does not. You can see this is just only plus 20%. So these Rus Knights could even be even better. The Mongol player is also getting some decent amount of raid here, getting a decent amount of stone. He has over 1,000 stone, some very valuable things he can research. Now he's heading back down south. Magadai Patrol over here finds a number of these exposed English villagers. He's starting to get to a dangerously low number of them. Berkshire Palace looks like it has been completed. He's trying to fall back there. Some horsemen pursuing. The English player has a large amount of gold. Problem is food and wood. So you may want to start eyeing for his help, just utilizing the gold. Man at arms are a little bit cheap, but he probably does not need to worry about collecting up any gold deposits. Solely focus on farms, as well as collecting up wood, because I don't think he does have any. With the enclosures technology, he's gonna have plenty of gold for quite some time, I would say. Crossbones probably a good call. Maybe hand cannoneers. Yeah, maybe hand cannoneers. Though they would get outranged by the improved Magadai, though there's no Collins Hunters in this formation. English players pushing forward for quite a sizable army, 114 units. The Mongol player is building a number of spearmen, and his next deployment from the Continent Palace is another round of warrior monks, warrior priests. He's also going for a big round on cannons. This was a bad call. Oh no, that's just an incomplete one, not a one being upgraded. Blue may lose some traders. He has plenty of gold, so losing traders is not going to be a massive issue. Blue's now trying to surround from multiple angles. He's also sent some reinforcements. Got the network of citadels supporting these guys out as well. Constant's over here, they probably need to get this formation, but they don't really need to increase range if they're already in range, but they're taking quite a bit of damage there. Another force hitting those traders now. Elite Spear now on the way from the Mongol player, while the English player is going for a cannon placement somewhere. Cannon hits something. Horseman, maybe? Finish off more of those units. Ovo, depleted. Good dive for improved whistling arrow and additional torches. Additional torches would be quite handy as the long game goes on to torch down stuff. Next around the Continent Palace is Palace Guard. More of these outposts going down. He has prioritized booting going to traders over here. Not a great source, but they're going to be collecting some stuff in the meantime. He has plenty of gold, as I keep on mentioning. Just trying to keep them not idle. And we do have now the keep going on up. Horsemen heading now down south to hit these traders. Mongol players push way forward. Got double Hui Hui Pow engaging the Berkshire Palace once again. Looks like the English players managed to hit multiple flanks now. It's going to cause some issues. Good number of these traders will be going down, but he has some room to breathe with. Yeah, cannot speak. Crossbowman, longbow engaging the cavalry. Nest of bees get a very good volley there. He does have 3 nest of bees. They should have the additional barrels. First hack 10. Berkshire Palace has been destroyed. Green's reinforcements charging way forward. Still got these forces here. And this is Spearmen, so Blue will win this fight down here. He leads Spearmen in this region, as well as some Palace Guard to mix on in. The Mongol player, of course, losing a good number of civilians, which means he can deploy a larger army. He's going for more Keshiks and Magadai, and a healthy number of Spearmen. Spearmen at least have full torch damage. They'd be a great unit to help deal with all this infrastructure. Horsemen charging way forward. Horsemen's one of the few things that Keshiks excel fighting against. Good volley there. Green's trying to summon more reinforcements there. Green is low on wood, so it's going to try and make some more man-at-arms. Hasn't queued up many more man-at-arms, going for more crossbow, which is a good idea as well. The Mongol player can mix in horsemen to not receive bonus damage for crossmen and give the bonus damage in return, because they'll still be perfectly good against them. More than structure starting to go on down. Need 225 resources per structure destruction. And we've got an arrow summoned out there. It is the defense arrow. Green's trying to summon more reinforcements. And right now, Green's food production is his problem at the moment. He's collecting up gold up here. He has consumed some of his gold, so he's been needing to consume it. Now reached the 1 hour mark. The game feels like it's going more favor towards the English player, but the Mongol player has a resource float and has a lot of cavalry stored up. The English player is starting to run behind that. I think he just bought some food there with his gold. Mongol player has consumed quite a bit of his resource float, particularly the gold. Once bought a lot of food with that or something. Nessa Bees get a pretty good volley there onto these units. Prototype being redeployed right here. Very good. Very important. This will give him quite a bit extra firepower. The elite mag up to 19 damage. And good volleys there. Next round from the Cognitive Palace is Rus Knights. Improved biology still appears not have been researched. It should provide plus 35% health, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's just 30%. Maybe it was active the entire time, I just missed. The math is just bad. Nope, that's definitely 20%. Weekly Prowess getting a lot of extra bonus damage from being near the Kurultai. The Kurultai is an excellent siege encampment and defensive placement. Next Beast Fire over there, gains hits on the Longbowmen. The English player is still scraping bottom barrel food and wood. The Mongol player has pretty good resources of everything. Not really queuing up enough units, but he is still maintaining max population cap, which is the bare minimum. Just attack moving right there, just clean up some infrastructure wouldn't be half bad. Kurultai redeploying forward, very nice. English player still trying to re-max out. Has out of wood once again, has some food to work with. Got the flank over here with a good number of Palace Guard and Spearmen. And now Blue's cavalry force push way forward, closing on in. Cutting off some of Green's units retreating. Nessa is trying to hit these various range units. Does get a good volley onto them. Kurultai being reestablished here. Another round onto those range forces, wiping them out, and another volley. Try and torch down some more of this infrastructure. And Kurultai being redeployed in a pretty good position right now. SPS fires another volley onto the crossbowman. It looks like another arrow there. Didn't see what type of arrow. Defense arrow. It's a good arrow. Nessa Bees finds another good volley there. More outposts being salvaged, primarily the Yam network. The Deer Stones is gone there. I'm not sure where it went, but looks like that went down south. Right there. I think sort of forgot about it. Oh well. Green's push right forward. Nessa Bees fired a good volley there. And I think Blue's trying to get a really good upper hand, going for crossbowman. He's ran out of gold, has little wood, has some food to work with, so maybe horsemen. I think at this point in time, the Mongol players just want to steamroll. And this is the snowball effect of the raid bounties. Now he's getting so many resources just for killing structures, which is something he should do either way. That he's just feeding his own economy on his bonus structures. More cannon placements here, this time on the front line. Up north, just stuff. Not too many traders on the field for the Mongol player. Good volley there onto the formation. Next to calling the Palestine is the weak POW. Here's a good volley on those forces, wipe them out. Don't know if there's much more for me to say. It looks like the game is just over. English player, not too much food or wood at the moment, has some skull to work with, but not an army. The army just needs to be just tasked back here and just regroup. Sending his units piecemeal just means they just die doing very little effect. Now the capital is within range, not to mention the Abbey Kings. Berkshire Palace gone. Where did the Palace of Kings get deployed to the field? We're over here, so the last annihilation target's over here. He's currently not building any villagers. And green does go ahead and resign. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do need the restroom. Please give me a moment. My apologies, I'm back, and let me open my other drink. And let me fetch the next replay. Let's see, the one I'm looking for is somewhere along here. There. Let's see, Dry Arabia 1016. Yep, this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side is the Blue Mullions, got Elo. Spawn on the north side as the Cyan English, we have English. My apologies, I got that backwards. I meant the Cyan English player is played by English. Yeah, let's go with that. When it comes to map generation, when it comes to Mullions, the mining pits, it's safer the better. He does have 2 wood deposits right in front of him for a natural barrier, and we do have 2 gold deposits behind him, so that should be pretty safe, though he will need to take time to clean up these berries to get access to fully encapsulate this gold deposit. His other 2 gold deposits can put mining pits is over here and here. Once again, a little bit skimmed off there, so we have to go clean up some trees for fully encapsulate that gold deposit, but this one can be fully encapsulated. Actually, no, that does not appear to be enough space for a house there. But either way, all 4 small gold deposits he can place his mining pits on are pretty safe, and the 2 large mining deposits are pretty close by each other. Let's see, deer deposits also over here as well, so this could be a spot for a secondary town center, honestly. This other deer deposit, the farther away one, is over here, which is still pretty safe. English players' deer deposits are pretty close by each other, going for Abbey King, Mansa Quarry. English player's gold deposit spawned in front of him, a little bit more exposed. He does have the tree deposit pretty safe back here, and the other one awkwardly over here as well. And he is clicking up some stone here, so he is eyeing for another town center. But where? Probably next to this gold deposit wouldn't be half bad. One of these two gold deposits. Maybe professional scouts start clicking up these delicious pieces of venison. But that would be relatively exposed, or they're close by, not necessarily exposed. But of course, he is fighting against some mines with warrior scouts, vanguard scouts, and warrior scouts. Good chance he will probably go for professional scouts, but doesn't have to. Collecting quite a bit of wood there. Remember as well, mining the secondary town center does require wood and gold at a Mongolian inflated price. First king on the build queue. And the town center will be deployed out right there. Close by the first one, but this gold deposit should be pretty secure now. And he is actually building another mining pit right here. And this one, he may not have scout out just yet. Let's slow down the game. The king is here. That is a full warrior scout, does 7 damage at a pretty slow attack speed. The king does do 60 damage, yet even slower attack speed. The warrior scout does have excellent health regen, so we'll cover in no time. As blue, seen the gold deposit down south. He has seen this one here, so he made a conscious decision to go for this one. He may try to go clear up the less safe ones, so you can keep the safer one for later. And the English player is going for some horsemans. And we do have a sofa. We may see the sofa king. Sorry, that stupid old joke never gets old. It just says pretty old joke. More cattle ranches being brought to field. Gotta keep those doggies rolling. Sofas do move faster than normal heavy calves, so we'll keep up with the king. Oh, the king. I noticed the king has a did the king ever get buffed so now it has an even slightly higher movement speed? It has a weird intermediate speed. Slower than sofas, but faster than the... Ooh, that king is taking a beating. Slower than a horseman, or only slightly faster than heavy cavalry. Sort of weird. Warrior scouts do have a similar move speed to the sofas, but they're just slightly different as well. Why not just get the movement speed the same? Why are the movement speeds ever so slightly different? I just don't understand. Either way, the king is taking some damage there. He needs to be out of combat to apply the NHS. One farm there, going for wheelbarrows. Which wheelbarrows do not have the letter L. Well, except for the letter L in wheel. But it is barrow, B-A-R-R. It took away the L and gave it to his opponent. Two sofas, two warrior scouts. I cannot speak. Zolok Doggo does go down there. A couple spearmans being pulled in the field. More spearmen would be a good idea. And blue's now heading on back. Did separate from the spearmen, and thanks to high health regen of the warrior scouts, they can just simply take the damage, letting themselves is a little bit more healthy. Starting to engage there, but the Spearman Connect does take out with the one warrior scout, one of the warrior scouts. But we do have some Donzo not being put on the field. Donzos do have +1 melee armor, which means they, and not to mention a little bit extra health to help fight other spearmen. They do cost a little bit more at 90 resources than 80, but they of course have the excellent javelin throw ability, which they did try to do a spear brace there, but of course the horsemen were hitting the villagers, so the spear brace was not good. And did lose a villager. Make that 2 villagers now. Bit of spear brace there. None of the horsemen start to go on down. Spearmen sort of go on down. It looks like Blue have successful defense. Has not lost any additional villagers. Has a number of cows provide some additional income. Each cattle ranch right now is providing 82 food per minute, so effectively 2 villagers worth of food per minute. Horseman and King now engaging a villager, but the King will be going down. The King is dead. So there's a grand Fulani Corral being deployed out there soon. Not soon. Nowhere near enough gold, and the food's not exactly high either. The English player is very far from aging up, though he almost has enough gold, but going for some survival techniques and some gold mining research. We have a bit of a gold digger. Town center does save all those villagers. Very nice. He has enough gold to age up, so 8 villagers on gold is probably adequate. Too much if he's trying to age up. Right now, I think the English player could eye for like man-at-arms longbowmen, one when they counter the Musafati warriors, and man-at-arms, of course, being the generalist, very powerful English infantry unit there with the armor clad. But you're still finding a good number of these sofas, so spearmen still be quite useful. Grand Fulani Corral now being researched. The King does not impale the sofa. White Tower now being deployed in the field by the English player. Right here, which help protect the next gold deposit. Very nice. And so likely be a point of contention, even if the game goes on and the gold deposit gets removed. Let's get a bit of impalement there. The King does take a bit of damage there. And Spearman now pushing the way forward. And now damage on these sofas. Sofas moving around. It looks like these sofas were on attack move. They do find the King. The sofas do have imported armor, so they basically have normal heavy cavalry armor at the moment. They'll actually get a little bit more armor at this age. Usually heavy cav armor gets max out 6 at this age. These guys, of course, can get up to 7. And looks like the modern place now eyeing for some archers. Over here, got these forces backing on off. Got some Donzo here. You've also got a monk here providing some health regen, though he's just trying to run him by. Plus the monk is now becoming a little bit extra holy. Goes for Wolo. He will keep on out of there. These Sofas are wounded, and next charge attack could be quite devastating. Imam does take a hit there. He has to trade Iman's health to stop the charge attack. And looks like Blue will grab the relic. Blue Wool has picked up 2 relics, but not decides to claim any at the moment. English player does have 2 monks in the field. The veteran spearmen now being researched. And Blue's heading over to the left. We do have this monk trying to pick up this relic. This Imam will become extra holy as well. The last relics are right there. So as the Mauling player, maybe he'll claim 4 relics this game. The Mauling player is now going for some poison arrows and +1 damage, range damage. Maybe the Mauling player can claim every single relic. Oh wait, no, Sign has picked up another. This one. So Mauling player may be able to secure 4 relics this game, which will be quite nice. Mauling archers engaging the spearmen. Relics picked up, not right over here. Knights being chased on off. Well, monks push way forward. This one's trying to pick up a relic, but there's no relic where he's heading to. This other monk does manage to escape to the brush, and we'll start hitting up these knights. I was like, this monk's going to be going for this relic once again. But looks like he will become extra holy, full of many holes. These forces are quite wounded. Got good enough archers here, and I'm about to sneeze. My apologies. Sneeze does not want to come out. This knight's been poisoned. Spearmen starting to get some hits onto them. The archers doing excellent work. Poison arrows is generally pretty not useful. Rarely ever a unit is able to take the poison damage in full. Most time it just immediately dies due to other damage. Monk does pick up that relic there. There's Blue's Imam trying to pick up that relic now. Looks like Blue's going to be on an escort quest to claim that relic. The Imam may just want to grab it and just be tasked along the edge back home. That's probably the best path for it. Blue's back on off. Melee armor and range armor being researched by the English player now. Starting to get his blacksmith research going. Let's see, any scout on these 4? Yep, there is. No, that's a horseman. A single horseman. Imam there on that sacred site. Blue or Cyan's looking for him. But of course, knights don't have good vision range. The horseman has okay vision range. Of course, the king does not have very good sight, like any other noble. Early roll there. This one may be successful. Oh no. The charge damage was very successful. I thought that thing was early enough to get a successful conversion ritual. But I forgot the fact that knights are pretty good at impaling stuff. Fort of the Huntress now being established by Blue next to the gold deposit, but also provides a bit of presence over here. Blue's making a grab for the valuable gold deposits. It looks like that area couldn't get a house. It'd probably still be best just to use this gold down here as a mining pit location. Be nice and safe. The volume player has a good gold stockpile, needs a bit more food. I'm curious what his farms look like. He does have, of course, 20 cows. And rare as well, cows who get affected by this upgrade here, so it's a good idea to get that. Archers, trying to engage those spearmen now. Berkshire Palace now being established by the English player. Looks like that is going to be perhaps on defensive location as well. Actually, I'm not sure where it's being deployed on the field at the moment. That's the White Tower. Well, either way, the king is dead. Archers trying to deal with these forces. Couple sofas rotating around. Got elite archers and elite sofas. The Sofa King is arriving. Some Musfati gunners, which are ever slightly more powerful than hand cannoneers with no downsides. The only difference is between the two, what a possible downside could be is the fact that it's slightly, ever so slightly more weighted in the gold department by 10. Armor clad being researched by the English player. There's the Berkshire Palace. Looks like going for a very defensive Berkshire Palace to protect his farms. Probably going to see the enclosure research relatively soon. Fort of the Huntress established here, which will camouflage all infantry, including the ones that are not Musafati flavored. You also now have the Farmbia leadership, improving the nearby speed of infantry by 15%. Particularly useful for the Musafati warriors, who move slightly faster, make them even move even slightly faster-ish. Archers, however, being boosted by it will still be very nice. Sign's not claiming a secret site. Blue has 2. Blue did manage to claim 3 relics, while Sign did manage to claim 2, so that's how that ended out. The Fort of Hunters also prevents some of this mining pit being being surrounded. Losing this mining pit's not going to be a massive issue. But still have a higher saturation, I think, than other mining pits, especially the ones that he's been having this entire game. This one is fighting 108. A good old 108 versus 108. Never mind. So it's equal saturation, which is still actually higher than this one because the berries in the way. This one will probably provide the most value. No obstruction. Oh. English Knights do find some Mulligan villagers. We do not have the precision training for the Mullians, which is their counterpart to Incendiaries, as well as elite Musafati warriors. A cannon being deployed on the field, not at the Fort of Huntress, thought it would be at the Fort of Huntress. Why did that sound weird to me? That summoning. It just sounded off to me. Oh, either way, we have now a horseman now being engaged. Down south, we got the horseman here. It looks like we may see a bit of cow tipping. Yep, cows are being tipped. Good number of horsemen down there. That's a good number of spearmans. And the king. Long live the king. some like golden glow sort of flashing over there. With the Moose Fabia leadership, these guys move at 1.44, or which is pretty nice. While Musavati Warriors move a nice, pretty quick 1.58, so they can accompany the Sofas quite nicely. Though the Sofas move a slightly higher than normal heavy cavalry, but that's basically close enough as heavy cavalry. Most of these villages now being picked off by these horsemen. Got a cannon placement here, providing some fire support. Silk bowstrings not being researched. You now have the biology research for the English player, so he's going heavy in the horsemen. Horsemen will have a bit of trouble versus the Musafati warriors as well as the Sofas. They will, of course, have bonus damage versus archers. A number of spearmen here. Horsemen starting, Sofas starting to get sent to a bit of a choke point. Archers now starting to get a bit more properly in range since Science charging towards them a little bit better. You do have a network of castles for the Scion player. Maybe network of citadels. Yes, he does have a network of citadels. Commander Shepherd has a favorite store there. Getting some hits on some of these spearmen. We also got some of these hand cannoneers, which will receive bonus damage from these archers. And with the silk potion, they're able to easily outrange them. Thanks for your leadership. These archers are very responsive. Science starting to fall back now. Has more horsemen and spearmen pushing forward. Biology not being researched by the Malian player. And right now, Malian players' income is, or reserves are not too terribly high, but definitely have the field control advantage. Each player does have the enclosures research. They're right now providing 900 gold per minute with 0 villagers on gold, so it has an excellent amount of gold income to the sacred site and 2 sacred sites and 2 relics, along with the enclosures, of course. So Blue can start doing some economic damage if you were to deny the sacred sites at least. That would be additional 200 gold less per minute for his opponent. Horseman does find some of these Musafati warriors. Hand cannoneers being focused on by those archers, very nice. Sofa does find something as well. Horseman starting to engage some Musafati warriors and Sofas over here. But overall, it looks like Science Force is getting split up and cleaned up. Right now, Blue has a far higher destroyed value by nearly 10,000. 50% more destroyed value than Scion, which is very significant at this moment in time. And Blue is going to be backing off for a brief moment. No siege engineers. Maybe siege engineers would be quite nice to get out some battering rams. Looks like this, yeah, Trebuchet put some rounds to the fort of the Huntress. Trying to rebuild those walls. That's not going to be successful, or very successful. Both players have a keep now near the school deposit. These villagers could build a siege workshop to build a battering ram or 2. But right now the Malian player doesn't have too high of a resource reserve. Well, and looks like the English keep that I clicked on is building battering rams itself. Each player does have a wood reserve and a bit of gold, some food to work with. Both players don't have a massive resource reserve. Neither side is maxed out population either. Malian players need not max out population capacity by 10. Arrow volley being reached by the English player. Oh, and most of these villagers are trying to torch down these bombards. They get hit by this keep. Sofa's coming in to engage, and those villagers will be intercepted, and the both bombards should be safe. This one will take a bit of beating. These villagers can help repair it up, or shank the villagers. Oops, I may have a breakout here. Good number of mulling archers here, and plus we got the 4th hunter still here, but it's barely there. So repair the 4 hunters there will only cost wood to repair, and he has a bit of wood to work with now. More sofas being pushed him forward. Does get good volume on those hand cannoneers. This one will actually get poison to death, so the poison effect is actually working on some of those single targets. Keep us getting repaired up quite nicely. This gold mine still has 4,000 gold left there, so a decent amount. It looks like Science Keep has gone down to the bombards. And the battering ram goes down to the side. More rounds into the fort of the hunter, so he's researching boiling oil. Very warm oil. And that's how you're supposed to have your cooking oil. Very warm. Is there actually a recipe that calls for not boiling cooking oil or frying it? Anything that says cold cooking oil? For some reason that sounds disgusting. Either way, for the Huntress taking some hits. Oh, we got some horsemen here. The cows has been recovered right there. So, some of these cows are starting to get tipped. At least the cows can still be eaten, because they're quite delicious. So killing them off is not a massive problem. The multiplayer is a little bit low in gold, however. The multiplayer doesn't have too high resources, so we'll start needing more and more gold from over here. Bombard trying to back on off. This player does have a higher resource reserve at the moment. Blue has a higher value army got in the field by a fair margin. Probably large thanks to those bombards. One bombard does go down. Oh. And it looks like Science running fastest opponents back to base there. If you go for siege engineers, particularly with also lightweight construction beams, you can start producing battering rams back line and just causing issues by flanking opponents with battering rams. Such a fun strategy. See some of those men-at-arms starting to engage down south. The proxy barracks is. And some Sofa playing Paul on the field may want to go for a couple rounds of Spearmen as well. But the Mulling player is now getting split attention. Well, the English player just needs to focus on defense in one area. Outpost there for network of citadels. Musfati Warrior will counter both the man-at-arms and the Spearman that comes out of those barracks. I say the Musfati Warrior is a proper counter to the Spearman. It costs the same... Oh wait, Musfati Warriors are now even cheaper than last time I checked. I thought they cost 80 resources, now they cost 75. Don't remember which patch that did that, but apparently they're even cheaper now. Also having higher DPS and more health than Spearmen. Of course they are counter heavy, but against other light infantry units they still do very fine. Well, I think they're a bit more weight in gold now as well. Musfati Gunners on the important field. Yep, in comparison to Spearmen, Musfati Warriors do have, let's just go with base damage of 12 with men-arms attack speed. Spearman, of course, has a base damage of 9. And has, oh, with now Citadel, it's actually pretty good attack speed. Without it, not so great. Does delete some of those walls things there. I was thinking about that. Horsemen starting to push his way forward. Sofa's intercepting the horsemen, but they will collapse onto one of those bombards. More Musfati warriors being summoned. And last infrastructure slowly being cleaned on up as well. Science bringing more reinforcements towards blue. Right now, Science having trouble with max population size. He does have, of course, the elite longbowman. Known senior heroes is actually lacking a decent amount of blacksmith research. Oh, no, he's starting to get... I'm also clicking the wrong target. I thought the Spearman had was missing quite a bit of damage. I was mistaken. We're attacking away. Yeah, I was probably clicking the wrong unit there beforehand. So we're gonna have 11 damage and slower attacks than the Musfati warriors. That's what I was trying to get at. But either way, trying to push his way forward. Of course, got the that's the secondary town center. We've got the White Tower, the Abbey Kings, the Capital, and the Berkshire Palace. So there's a line of landmarks you need to destroy. And the modern players are bringing a good number of battering rams to help batter down his opponent. Number houses on the front line, so if he loses a bit of a home record, he can start reducing his opponent's maximum population cap. But right now, the English players having trouble maxing. Modern players staying close to max. And looks like the king is being redeployed. Long live the king. Just some main arms over here. Mining pit, some housing. Huh, mining pit may have went down somewhere? Oh, well, the mining pit went down right there. May have been deleted, not sure. The king has been redeployed. And immediately gets poisoned. Musfati warriors push way forward, got some king in his back line. The king is dead. Got some long back line. Of course, they will do one same for some Musfati warriors. And more of that infrastructure is finally getting cleaned on up. Got some battering rams been pulled up by the Mulling player here, just two of them though. Archer's trying to deal with all the spearmen. English player does have some resources here, just consume balls of food on hand cannoneers. Of course, going straight hand cannoneers, but the archers are a good counter to them. And not to mention also a good counter to the spearmen, so Stein has a pretty glaring weakness of being vulnerable to archers. Sofa's charging way forward as well. And starting being cleaned up there. Horsemen slowly being picked on off. I heard a relic picked on up. Is Sign trying to... no, relics are picked up at the moment. Silk bowstring being reached by the English player now. Sort of surprised we haven't seen that yet. The amount of Musfati warriors there. So potion would be nice to help deal with Moose Body Warriors while also able to gauge the mullions or the archers. And sofas could be easily picked away. They have 5 ranged armor at the moment, and the longbowmen right now have 13 damage, so nothing too high, but would help them out, just keep a distance from them. Spearman's trying to connect on in. And the White Castle is firing some cannon shots and spring gold shots. And Cannoneers on the flank, firing away from network of citadels. Science sort of disintegrate. The Mullion players push their way forward. The English players' capital could be next. Mullion players going for a bombard. They're going for a second as well. And the Mullion players going to fall back now. English player regrouping his forces. Trying to build more spear and more hand cannoneers. Low in wood at the moment. I do believe longbowmen is still probably a good idea. Maginot up on the field. That would be very useful. Taking some damage there. Spearman connecting with the sofas. Bombards engaging the White Tower. Archers now falling on back. Horsemen and Spearmen now engaging. Does take out the bombards here. Very important. The White Castle does stay alive. More sofas push way forward. The Mullion player has a massive queue of Moose Body Warriors, sofas, and archers queued on up, but very far from top cap, so must have been failing to remax out. The English player has not been remaxed out as well, and still scraping bottom barrel for resources. See trade posts right there, but this is locked off, so can't necessarily go over that. Mullion player could eye for a bit of traders. With the total outpost taxes, it can be slightly pretty good. Plus, was it plus 40% more effective traders since it's 8% times 5. 8 times 5 is 40, right? So first we'll find a number of these villages to collect them some wood. What's left of it. Magnetos fired into the formation. 2 Magnetos pushed their way forward. One player has built out another bombard. Each player is starting to get a good graph from the game. Has 120 villagers with Mullions at 96. Good hits there on those archers. More of the sofas push forward. Magnetos finds a good shot there. And Cannoneers trying to go on down. Does take a good volley there. Good volley into those archers. Start cleaning them up. And it looks like the elite man arm starting to take a bit of damage there. Bit of fire onto the outpost. Sofas straight forward. Long Mullion archers are advancing. Longbow in the backline firing away. Not using, does not have the arrow volley research, I believe. But does have the arrow volley there. Switch over the English player as well. So now we can start hearing the arrow volley ability being casted there. We got a network of citadels here. Science army is starting to disintegrate, trying to re-max out with more spearmen, more horsemen, and a couple more hand cannoneers. I'm pretty much out of wood. And these villas starting to back on off north. Archers starting to engage. Let's get that villager there. And so far, Science Force still just getting fed to the slaughter. There's arrow volley there. Not sure how often he's been using it. Probably quite a bit. And the bombard over there does go down. Each player trying to try and go for more horsemen. Low on food, wood, and does have a small float of gold. The Mauling player does have a pretty good stockpile of food, but doesn't have a massive stockpile of wood and pretty much out of gold as well. Or for more sofas, more Musfati warriors. Maybe seeing all those horsemen, some Donzo would be pretty good, but I don't know if he even has veteran Donzo, let alone elite Donzo. Archers push their way forward. We do have now the Musfati warriors advancing. Some hand cannoneers here. Very good number of horsemen. We do have now the counterweight trebuchet now deployed in the field. English player now has a bit of stockpile, just consume the stockpile, going for mass horsemen to deal with all these archers. Horsemen right now doing 13 damage at relatively slow attack speed, with Musfati warriors 17 damage at a reasonable attack speed. 161 health versus 225, so the horsemen should actually be decently effective versus those Musfati warriors at the moment. Horsemen charging forward, trying to go for. Looks like Science going to go all in with a base race. So we're just trying to raid villagers. One landmark is here. The fourth hunter is still alive. So takes out one. There's a capital. There's a Grand Felony Corral. But the Annihilation victory has to be right there. Horseman heading over here. Trebuchet's now advancing. Cyan maybe going all in. Knowing that as the game goes on, he's not going to win out, so he's going to just go all in. He's on the back foot this entire game. And villagers repairing this. That's a good idea. If Cyan has access to the shrapnel projectiles, maybe he can target those villagers with the trebuchets. Capital still alive. Horsemen getting engaged. Villagers, yeah, Capital still alive. He has the attack. Trying to figure out shot the Capital now. Grand Felony Corral being focused repaired. All he needs to do is just basically keep one of those alive and just deal with the horsemen. Before the hunters looks like will be going on down. And the English player has resigned. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need the restroom. Please give me a moment. My apologies, I'm back. I have time for one more replay tonight. There's a replay I want to just don't remember which one I have it written down for. It was a Byzantine game, and I haven't cast Byzantine in a little bit of time. So let me try to find that. This is 10:14. I've got to put down the map. Oh, great. . Oh, this one, yeah. Byzantians versus Japanese, time-old enemies like the Englishmen and Scots, the Frenchmen and Scots, and the Japanese and the Scots, and Scots and other Scots. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. As well on top right side as the orange Byzantines, we got GIF music. Well on the south side as the red Japanese, we have quiet. And looks like the Japanese player's going for a barracks, some spearman rush, or maybe samurai? I've always seen Vanguard man-at-arms, I've never seen a samurai rush. And we're going to see a samurai rush. Samurai do cost a little bit more than man-at-arms. They do have the deflection ability, so they take one free hit. Collecting up sheep, collecting up farms, and using his initial gold on one samurai. He can afford 2 samurai of his initial gold. He is going for 2 samurai. He actually has a little bit more, enough for a third one. And he's going for a triple samurai opener. Of course, got the cistern here. And since he's not immediately collecting the berries, he's probably going to go for the Grand Winery rather than the Royal Hippodrome. And he is getting a little bit stoned there. Of course, he could just simply run away from it. Collecting up the stone is more of a luxury at this moment in time. He does pick up another 5 pebbles there, which will put him to enough for the cistern. When it comes to possible mercenaries in the map, you could see Sipahi and Mercenary Arbaleteers. Both of them I can see being pretty nice there. We got Samurai number 3 over here. He has enough gold to age on up, so Byzantine player just needs to get off of gold and onto food. A little bit overdone gold. Maybe he's signing for some research this age? Can't say exact sure, but he has 350 gold at the moment. We guys also trying to set up the outpost there on the berry bushes there. Grand Winery can at least still be deployed out right there. Safe enough, I think. Let's see, when it comes to other map generation, got a small gold deposit here behind some trees, so it's a bit more defendable. Both the small and large gold deposit here, so this could give Orange a good base of power there. Another small gold deposit up here, along with the large berries and small berries this direction as well. So the Byzantine player has decent map generation and has enough trees in front of him to use as natural walls. Grand Winery will be built. Scout will bring back 3 more sheeple. Let's see, what else is there? Deer deposit up front. For the Japanese players, deer deposit along the side. His initial gold deposit is nice and safe back here. The other 3 small ones a little bit to the left. And he has no real natural tree coverage. Scout helping up this samurai there. So he's gotten right now 1 spearman, 2 spearmen on the field at the moment. And this is going to be our garrison outpost there. Could let that mining camp be torched down, but it looks like this villager is cutting that wood, not repairing that up. And this will deny the berry bushes for now. The Japanese player is still getting close to aging on up. I'm not sure what he should age up to. Pura Storehouse, definitely a safe option. Koto Township is being selected. I always want to see players try to maximize Shinobi. On paper, they're pretty good. They have great damage, good multipliers versus all melee units. They're a little bit fragile. They have Blink, which is quite impressive. The last time I saw Shinobi was a game involving versus the English, and the Shinobi teleported in onto villagers, and they just pulled out their short bows and make them into porcupines. So yeah, don't go Shinobi against the English. And that, by extension, House of Lancaster. Off a bit of wood there. The Byzantine player's going for some archers. Shinobi have pretty high base damage. How effective is that with a banner man, Uma banner man? Do now the hardened samurai upgrade, as well as some arrow slits here, and got the free shinobi and a queued up shinobi. They only cost 100, so they're not too terribly expensive. They will beat man-arms and all that sort in 1v1 combat. If you need a refresher of what shinobi stats are, let's go ahead and do a brief coverage. They have a higher movement speed like Musafati warriors. They have 20 base damage, plus 5 versus all melee, both cavalry and infantry. Which, maybe even battery rams? Are battery rams considered melee? Good attack speed, or man-arms attack speed I should say. Plus they also have various other utility abilities, such as the blink, the sabotage, and spy, which is probably the least useful. Of course, they are classified as light melee, so they are countered by archers. Mostly just research siege engineers, so just need a bit of gold and then you can get a Creo Siphon. There's a sabotage ability there, does not... Oh, does get picked off there. I think the archer arrows followed him as he teleported. But he did not stop the research of the siege engineers. Archer now pulling out a Creo Siphon. Or Creos has sent out a Fire Siphon. Range armor now being researched by the Japanese player. It does have 2 shinobi on the field. Creo Siphon now push way forward. Of course, we got archers here to support. Does take out one of those spearmen there. Samurai do have, of course, a bit of extra range armor. Does eat some arrows there. He does have the arrow slit upgrade, increasing the range of the outpost there. Samurai now have only 3 range armor. That's going to be 4. I always say age 2 mana arms, early mana arms, are the best units of the game. Samurai somewhat fill that role. They are a bit more expensive, so they're not as great. They do have the deflection, making them a bit more durable, but it's still not the same. Does get this fortified, so went from a fraction, very little health to 700 health, so basically just doubles their lifespan there. So collecting quite a bit of wood there. May want to get another lumber camp. Spear Siphon push way forward, and there are 4 samurais in there. All you need to do is just get it set ablaze, and it'll be done for. It's been set ablaze. You wouldn't know the makeshift flamethrower is good at setting stuff ablaze. Spear Siphon has gone down, and the Japanese players just try to run away with a samurai. Definitely save away from the outpost for now. Don't need to take free damage from it. Oh, that's why I'm here. I'm hearing the shinobi. They teleported forward, set ablaze to the archer range and to the barracks, which slows down production but lose a shinobi and a horseman or a scout. Samurai are let set free. They do have +1 range armor, and these archers do not have additional damage, so they're doing 1 damage per arrow against these samurai. Make them very resilient. We do now have the Daimyo Manor not being queued on up. And now Orange can start collecting up all the berries. Has he got a mercenary camp on the field just yet? Nope, he does not. He can deploy a mercenary camp outside one of these trading posts, and the Golden Horde Tower will produce trading post mercenaries. See, against the Japanese, they tend to be heavy on Onibugishas, which if that's the case, mercenaries and Zunshinus could be excellent. They tend to go for the floating gardens, which means Shinto priests, and usually means a fast Yoshiro into stable for mounted samurai. So Mercenary War Elephants could be quite nice of that. The other side has access to Mercenary Arbaletiers, which would be good against the Crossbowmen and versus the... Not Crossbowmen, good against the Samurai and Mounted Samurai. Additionally, if it goes to the Foreign Engineering Company, they should have access to Gambesons, and I think also Crossbow Stirrups as well. So that could be very nice. And of course, Sipahi is just generally pretty good light cavalry. So yeah, I think maybe trying to go for some mercenaries from the map. I always like to see those guys. Orange will be floating a little bit of olive oil. Gas players going for more samurai, H2 samurai. That's going to be very problematic. And no +1 range damage. That will double the damage from these archers. Not to mention improve his outpost damage a little bit. Samurai push way forward. That's why I would say H2 heavy infantry are always problematic. They are taking a beating. Lumitani here. They don't have the Tashi research. I can't remember if that's H2 or H3 upgrade. Most of the time, you don't see Samurai in H2, honestly. It is a Castle Age upgrade. And we also got a banner man here to support these forces. So he is focused on the Katana banner man very nicely. More of these villagers getting hit now. The Byzantine players are very far from aging up. The player is getting somewhat close to aging up as well. It looks like Orange will be laying out the aggression now. That's the last of his army being cleaned on up. There's one more samurai somewhere on the map. This man. Going for some farms around here. The Daimyo Manor does provide a plus 20% collection rate. It has over 1,000 olive oil. Floating gate now being established. Orange spot villagers cooking up some berries. You monster. The Byzantine players supplies on allied from Egypt. Orange has an army, and he is going to start breaking open this outpost. Get a nice, soft interior. H3 Samurai should be pretty effective. Villagers trying to skip under there into the brush, try to hide away. But Orange has a scout here, so able to see into the brush. And these villagers are going to just run away, buy Red some time. With the Lumitani on the field, I think H3 Samurai will be the best call for the Japanese player. Oh, we've also got, looks like Western Mercenary Contracts been researched, going for some longbowmans. Got Uma Bannerman, the mounted Bannerman. Let's go and charge forward and engage some of these villagers. Does get a good impalement there, and we'll get the 1-2 slice there. Base damage is 24 at the moment, or currently past 24 damage, and needs +1 damage in order to get a 2-shot villagers basic melee attacks. Assume textile has not been researched. It has not. If it did, it would be 3 shots then. But right now it would be 3 shots either way. And you have now the Golden Horn Tower now being established. Exotic Doggo does go down. More map samurai being built. Let's take out that village there. And gets 32 gold rebate. Man Samurai does go down. Veteran mercenary contracts, which will also give him access to. Was it camera riders? Nope, Lance connects. Do now the Fudidashi research. That is level 2 wheelbarrow for the Japanese player. It has not gone to level 3 wheelbarrow. Mountain Samurai will get picked off by all these forces. Probably find one of those Shinto priests heal them up, wouldn't be half bad. Yoshiro picked on up, going somewhere. Stable being produced quickly thanks to Yoshiro. Veteran and Lumitani research for the Roman or Byzantine player. Good amount of map samurais here. One of them severely wounded. Archer does go down. Red has picked up one relic. Orange would love to pick up more relics to get thrown into the Grand Winery to distill Pope's blood into wine. That's how that works, right? Mass Samurai rotating around. They also doing some damage, but with 9 auto attacks. These guys do have 5 armor, so plus 1 armor would greatly reduce the damage they receive by 100%, by 50%. One berry bush still remains. Madam Samurai heading down south. Got a number of exposed villagers here who maybe trying to get inside the outposts, or nope. They just get ripped apart. Red so far killed off 14 villagers. Orange has only killed off 5. So right now Red has a sizable villager advantage, over 10, or close to 10. We've got now some Oni Bugashas charging ways forward, sprinting the way forward. It looks like some of these Mountain Samurai are still being pelted by the town center. Lumentani goes on down. Good number of longbow in the field to rip apart the Oni Bugashas. Mountain Samurai pushing forward. Got a wall there. Orange has claimed one relic, picked up another one. Red has claimed one relic and picked up another. Just leaving this relic untouched. So it looks like Orange is going to only claim 2 relics this game for the Grand Winery. Japanese player is now going for the Odachi research to get his samurai bonus versus all infantry. And the Japanese player is going for a good composition of Oni Bugashas and Samurai, so Spring Golds would be a good item for the Byzantine deal with his opponent. Level 3 melee upgrade. Containment does sort of go on down. Six sites being captured on up. Man is starting to push forward. Has some local doggos demanding some headpats. Samurai and Bannerman's now heading to the center. Got some walls going on up. Good amount of damage on those mounted samurai there from the longbowmen. This is a considerable force of longbowmen. Got 25 longbowmans there. We've also got some lance connects being summoned. One of them was mainly summoned in, the other one maybe from Golden Horn Tower. Lance connects do have AoE damage. I don't know how effective lance connects are. A good number of lance connects versus a good number of samurai, honestly. One gets point bonus damage, the other one gets area bonus damage. Lance connects should be pretty effective against the Oni Bugishas, though they themselves have high attack speed as well, and since they're both light, they both rip each other apart. I guess they're both a counter to each other in short. Got a cataphract there who's getting ripped apart by the samurai. The Byzantine player mainly sneak over some crossbow, and he has 3 on the field. And the samurai are starting to fall back now. Samurai are starting to fall back. Got a pile of research here, including level 3 wheelbarrow. When it comes to military size, 44 versus 42. Values in favor of red by a small margin, so nothing too significant there. The orange is spitting some more forces, getting another round of lance connects and the longbowmen. You guys got Varangian Guard, Archers, and Lumitani. Just a nice mix of forces of the Byzantine player. Jet player does have a good number of infantry units, only a handful of mounted samurai, and 1 mounted bannerman remains. We had Daimyo Palace, no Shogunate Palace just yet, or Shogunate Castle. There's some berries here, very good. And now we have Castle Crow being established. Definitely rare of the 2 final landmarks. The outpost over here will provide quite a bit of income. Probably close to 4,000 resources, I would say, in total. 4,000 resources every 5 minutes, so maybe 1,000 resources per minute, similar to the Cognate Palace. Got some venison being cleaned up here. Some mounted samurai protecting. Lumitani just pushing me forward, trying to decap to the point. Bokudago wants a stick. Throw him the stick. Onibukusha made the priest there ever extra holy. Castle Crow established. Do we see the trade caravan? What's it called? Treasure caravan? I forget exactly what it's called. It hasn't queued up just yet. Treasure caravans. Still not queued on up. That's a big... Oh, there it goes. Got spawned over here. That one's a shorter path. Also, I think a little bit more dangerous, but does have some escort in the region. We'll provide 666, so looks like 2,000 in resources, so we'll provide a good amount of resources dropped off there every 5 minutes, so effectively, what, 500 resources per minute? Cataphract goes down to the castle. Scout is down, not big surprise, and the sheeple decides, oh look, there's a home there. The sheep went ahead and rushed to this farmhouse. This is going to be their new home. And, looks like one's a male, one's a female, one's a ram, the other one's, what's the name of a female sheep? Lamb's the baby. And there's a treasure caravan. Sao is, female pig, right? Can't think what a female sheep is called. Lance connects versus samurai. The big sword masters fighting each other. Good number crossbow on the back line. More lance connects push way forward. Looks like lance connects had trouble engaging overall. Lance connects right now has 17 damage. And Samurai will go down. Can't say how successful the lance connects were. There's a lot of crossbow in there, which also are pretty good versus Samurai. Level 5 Cistern now researched. Magneton placement firing away. Might want to fortify it next. Got a market there. Looks like the orange is eyeing for a bit of a market economy. And eyeing for a bit of venison as well. More samurai. That's also 4 Bannermans. We do have now a Shogunate Castle pulled on the field, so we can spawn 6 Bannermans. Of course, at close range, even though Onibugashas are technically countered by the archer, they just have high attack speed. The Onibugashas also counter anything that has pretty much no armor, like that. So in short, they counter each other. Big lines of aqueducts over here. Old attack is now being researched by orange. Both sides have similar army size. Both sides have similar army value size. Did they ever fix the olive oil for all the units where they actually show up properly down here? I'm not sure, so this could be unreliable looking down bottom left. We got a good number of samurai, got similar quality force on both sides, so this probably is somewhat accurate. More cataphracts being summoned by the Byzantine. Most Japanese players designed for mass samurai. Crossbone definitely the way to go then. Spring golds wouldn't be half bad as well. They're trying to push forward. Number of walls going up. Some villages may go down, but does have some protection from these crossbowmen. Cataphracts to clean up those samurai. More samurais here. Lance connects and cataphract push way forward. If the cataphract draws some fire, allows the lance connects to get some good splash damage and not be focused on by the bones damage. And I think in small numbers, the lance connects actually are pretty effective. Can't say about the large numbers though. Now, this was a good number of crossbow fire support, so it looks like the lance connects are doing quite well with samurai. Ranking guard and lance connects trying to pursue these forces. Onibugashia has not been pulled in the field. Crossbow firing away. Does have the amount of samurai there, but we've got a nice light infantry transition. The Byzantine player still has a good number of longbowmen. Since Onibugashia is so fast, it's probably not even worth it trying to have the crossbowmen set a step away. Cataphract taking out some of these villagers. Another round of lance connects, charging way forward. He has a decent amount of AoE damage there. More crossbow, another Varangian guard there. But this Byzantine player has a decent amount of olive oil stored on up. Looks like the Byzantine player just bought some stuff. Right now, the Japanese player has a good stockpile of wood and gold. And of course, he is age 4. While the Byzantine player is still age 3 and nowhere near upon aging up. So this has become a bit more and more of a problem. His opponent does also have Oda tactics. So he has his university upgrade as well. So this is increasingly not looking good for the Byzantine player. due to the tech advantage. The Japanese player could go for some more melee armor to help him out. Lance Connects here will get some good AoE damage. Of course, once they turn around and start engaging to get ripped apart. Crossbow in here and firing away, not really hitting them. Up north, these forces trying to clean up some more villagers. Those forces are still being picked on off. Orange getting hit by multiple areas. And right now, Orange just simply can't save up the resources to age up, so the longer the game goes on, the better the Japanese player will be off. I mentioned, the Byzantine player does have a village advantage, does have triple town center now. And Red's not going for biology, getting more university techs. Well, it's been upgraded to a magnet placement. Push down the walls, create an even bigger hole, I guess. Push way forward. Orange has a welcoming party for these forces. Putting more walls over there. Managed to corral these teams over here. Bringing guard and lance nest trying to hold back the line. Crossman here in excellent numbers help deal with these forces. He's getting hit by multiple angles. Crossbow starting to get overran now. The auto attack is getting these samurai just very durable now. He not only needs his lead upgrade, he needs his senior arrows help deal with these fully upgraded samurai. More samurai over here. The photo tech does also get additional torch damage, so 24 damage, so basically the Mongolian additional torches is applied. So touch down some of these olive groves. Olive groves now cost the same as regular farms, so that benefit has been slowly been whittled away. Lens connects engaging. And they will get a lot of free splash damage hits there. Him trying to torch down the walls, probably not good idea. Crossman gets an excellent concave. And quite fittingly, the Batterman goes down last. Orange starting to stabilize a little bit there, has a sniff of force. While he does lack quality, he at least has quantity. And with the ability to bring a lot of damage quickly, it can help him deal with the elite forces he's been fighting. And these are not elite forces, these are veteran forces of horsemen. Trying to pick up some more of these villagers now. Going for the lead horseman now. Also, Japanese player has all 6 sides captured, so another 8 minutes, 26 seconds. He will win the game. Japanese player has enough gold, or I was going to say enough gold to age up, but he's already aged up. He has a nice gold reserve. Byzantine player is starting to get some reserves going. These forces slowly being whittled down by the Maganon placement. Landscape next also engaging with a bit of AoE damage as well. Outposts may get destroyed there. Villagers going to go on down. Yet the lance connects are being quite good, even if behind an age. The AoE damage does go through deflection. Is that a good or bad thing? I mean, if AoE damage were to strip deflection, that's probably would be a good thing. Teardrop shields now being researched. Deletes some housing there. Ah, he's going for a big round of stone walls. That's what's going on. He's also pretty close to his pop cap now, since he did delete those houses. He has enough wood to rebuild those houses. Foreign engineering company now being employed in the field. Very nice. This will not improve lance connects, but will of course improve his long one and arrow volley ability. Other unit is the Streltsy. Which Serpentine Gunpowder and Schultzy probably would be a good item right now to help deal with the Samurai and Oni Bugashas. So I think Schultzy should be the unit he should be eyeing forward. He also has 3 more queues of Lance Connects. He's going for a healthy number of Lance Connects, so he does also need to get out the what's it called? Elite Mercenaries. Currently has no resources stockpiled up. He didn't have much resources to go with. He's also cleaning up some gold back here, which is almost cleaned up. So Orange will need to fetch some gold. He has this one scouted out at least. So just run a crossbowman. Orange just simply has some numbers, able to take these engagements one at a time. We've got more of these horsemen now streaming on in. He has these number of outposts in the region, including one of arrow slits, help him with defense. Another castle here. It will one-shot these Lance Connects, no problem. More horsemen streaming on in. Got crossbowman for defense. He looks he does manage to squeeze out elite crossbowman. And does manage to break through the stone walls there with a battering ram. Lance Connect's trying to intercept. Crossbowman just going to be surrounded by horsemans. More of these forces trying to rotate around. Alright, horsemen will be cleaned on up. Thanks to urbanized environment, the crossbowmen were able to prevent a lot of damage onto them. And the battering rams just clean up more of the stone walls. Got the elite mounted samurai now be queued on up. Do also the Du Maru armor increases mounted samurai's move speed by 10% while deflective armor is active. And boiling oil. Those trying to torch down the battering ram. Red Size has 4 minutes remaining before he outright wins. That's a bit of a problem right now. If Orange does not go out and stop one of those Signals being captured, he may just out lose game. Goes for some cannons right now. I don't think that's a great idea. He has siege engineers. I think he should just forward deploy Creo siphons to help deal with the castles. He can't be for spending olive oil onto these cannons. He also still needs the elite mercenary upgrade, which he's actually getting pretty low on mercenaries. He's slowly being whittled down. He does have +2 range damage, so some of these extra arrows are doing some extra work. That'll be like 8 damage, so I think it's probably just 1 damage per arrow against these horsemen. Yeah, I think right now Schultz would be the way to go for the Byzantine player, but of course can't follow Schultz until he gets the elite contracts right. Yep. He is going for it now. I think so. I thought I saw him. No, he's not going for it just yet. Some stone walls being established there, but some of these crossmen sort of going down. Right hand, Orange Central pushing out his base. A good number of limited there and crossbowmen. The horsemen just trying to hit everything. Paul going straight for more villages once again. 2 minutes remaining on 6-side victory, and the Byzantine is nowhere near even reaching one. And it does have a castle here, here, and here, so all have some basic protection. It will hurt if the Byzantine player starts decapturing one of them. But he has to. He's heading down to this one here, and his opponent has a nice sizable force here to intercept, including some Shinto priests. I think Shinto priest may just something got inside the castle there. I'm not sure what though. He's on top of 6 right there, so it's being paused, but it's not being neutralized. 3 seconds on the build queue, maybe being few deployed. And since the gate's not complete, he can't put the crossbow on the high ground for basically invulnerable firepower. This one doesn't have any ranged attackers. I don't think he's built a single archer range this entire game, has he? Or a siege workshop. Can Shinobi blink on top of the walls? Actually, I don't know. Elite Illuminati research. 50 seconds remaining. Good number of mounted samurai there and unmounted samurai. Crossbowman has a lot of heavy targets in front of them, but without incendiaries, they're going to have a bit of trouble versus biology in elite armored tactics. Get on top of the wall segments. He is just falling back on the far side, and he's getting top of the wall segments, get an additional range, and Sega side victory. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay tonight, so everyone,